Hi there, Jag here, your Office 365 daily vlogger. So this week we've been looking at using Microsoft Flow to create some automations in your documents stored in OneDrive for Business. So yesterday we looked at how you can actually kick off multiple approval workflows in OneDrive for Business using Microsoft Flow. So in today's video, I just wanted to stay on the topic of automations and talk about a particular business case study. Sorry, not a case study, a use case. I'm mixing up my stories of modern work and also the vlog, so just bear with me. So in this video, we'll talk about a use case for a sales process, okay, where a sales guy can actually go on, go to the customer side, get some details around the customer details and pretty much, enter the details in a on his mobile and then generate a quotation. Okay, all this is done using Microsoft Flow. The new connector in Microsoft Flow called the Word Online Premium. It's a premium connector. You need to have a premium license to use this particular connector, and also this is done on request from one of my frequent viewers of my videos as well. So Craig, thanks for asking me to actually do this particular talk about the Word Online connector as well. So using the Word Online connector, what we'll do, the sales guy enters some details inside Microsoft Flow using the Flow button, and then that automatically creates a sales quotation for you, as you can see. Okay, let's jump in and have a look. So here I have my Flow app open on my mobile, and you can see a button called create sales quotation. Okay, the Flow button is tied to a Microsoft Flow. So if I just click on that, and it's asking me to enter certain details. Okay, so I'm going to enter details called company X. The address is Melbourne. Customer ID could be 12345. Contact person at the customers could be Smith. And the address, the quotation date, and all these fields are actually mapped to the actual quotation itself. Okay, so prepared by Jag. Now, if I hit done, what it does is automatically creates a quotation for me within my OneDrive. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you that on my actual desktop. So here we are on the desktop, and you can actually see I'm in my OneDrive for Business, and I actually have a folder called Sales Quotations, and here you can actually see that a new sales quotation has been created in the last few seconds. So if I open this up in Word, you can actually see this is actually tied to a Word template, and you can see the quotation date 26th of Feb is created by Smith for a company X. You can actually see that you get the idea around how you can actually transcribe your form fields, the input fields from the form into a Word template, and you can see a quotation has been created for you. So this particular example here, can actually be tied to my previous video where I actually showed you an approval video, okay, an approval workflow where you could kick off a manager approval from here, okay. But the idea is to create a Word file first, so the actual, a sales guy going from office to office, from client to client can actually, fill in these fields right from his mobile straight after the meeting, and it generates quotations and ready for him to go and review them before actually sending them off to the customer through a review process. So that's a quick example of using the Flow button and also using the Word Online connector inside Microsoft Flow to generate quotations. Okay, so now let's go back into the actual Flow itself and have a quick look at how the Flow is put together. So actually this is a very simple flow. You'll be surprised to see that it only contains 3 steps. Okay, what I'm just doing a manual trigger using the Flow button, and here I'm collecting certain information like company name, quotation date, who it is prepared by, and passing that information into into this connector called the Word Online connector, and it's what it does. It's automatically it's going to populate a Word template. So the Word template actually is in my OneDrive as well. Here I have a folder called document templates. In the document templates I actually have 3. So this is the template, and here you can actually see this is actually mapped to certain field. That's just a quick example of the Word Online template. So there's 2 actions you could do using the Word Online connector in Flow. One is to actually create new Word files, and also the other one is to actually use it to create PDF files and so on. So you could probably use that in the later part of this workflow to actually create a PDF and probably send it out to the customer. So then the third step here is create file. So I'm going to use the actual Word template that's created, the Word file that's created using step 2, and pass it on to give it a name, and then upload it to the actual sales quotations folder inside OneDrive for Business. So that's pretty much it. So let's see how it actually works from a desktop perspective, okay, to give you another idea. Here I can actually just click test the flow, and as you can test the flow, it'll ask me to actually enter some details. So I can say company Y, address is Sydney, customer details, just give it some customer ID, contact name is say Jane, quotation date is the 25th of Feb, and prepared by say Megan. And if you run the flow, you can actually see the flow will actually go through these 3 steps, and you can actually see that the flow, if you just go back to my sales quotations, you can see the new company Y quotation has been generated for you. There you have it. That's a quick example of how you could actually use the new Word Online connector to automate the creation of sales quotations. This could be used not just for sales process. You could use it for the other to generate proposals in your professional services organization and so on. So anywhere that you can think of automating the creation of a Word document, you could use that. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do connect with me, and also follow me on LinkedIn, or subscribe to this video if you're watching it on YouTube. Okay, and let me know if you wanted me to cover certain aspects of Office 365. Feel free to let me know, and I'm more than happy to talk about them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.